So, extra questions. How far out from race day should my last long run be? Some people have been saying recently on Facebook forums that their last long run is going to be 4 or 5 weeks before race day, so that they can then come down and taper and they won't be tired for race day. 4 or 5 weeks before race day, far too far out. Okay, I don't know if I said far too many times then, but 2 to 3 weeks out is ideal, and it all depends on the individual as to how much tiredness and fatigue you are taking into those last few weeks. If you are coming to sort of 4 or 5 weeks out and you are getting really tired and you notice it in your daily lives, then basically you could do with a 3-week taper. So your longest or hardest run should be 3 weeks out. Now for some people, I might give them an easy 23 miler 4 weeks out. Okay, so that's building their endurance still. And then I might give them 3 weeks out, a 20-mile run with half of it at race pace or something like that. That's their last hard run. Then after that, it might be, say, a 14 or 16 mile, an 8 or 10 mile, and then race day. So your last longest or hardest run, either 2 or 3 weeks out. If you are very quick at recovering from long runs and long training weeks, or for when I was discussing Tracy's message earlier, if you are having time out now, then you've got a recovery period now, so therefore you can go into that 2-week period to get that final long run in. You don't gain any fitness in the last 2 weeks, okay? It takes about 2 weeks for a long run to really sort of adapt your fitness levels. So there's no point in doing a big long run in the last 2 weeks. You want to be ticking over, keeping some intensity in there, keeping some frequency of runs, but not the sort of the big, really difficult runs. It does take 2 to 3 weeks to lose noticeable fitness and conditioning. So if all of a sudden you run 20 miles 5 weeks out and you don't do another long run, you may still get round the marathon, but it's going to feel really hard, because when you hit 20 miles, your body's not going to know what's hit it. To be fair, when you've probably hit about 15 miles, your body's not going to know what's hit it, because it's not ran one of those for 5 weeks. You know what it's like, if we've not done something for 5 weeks, we do notice it. So therefore, I would always say that your longest run should be 2 to 3 weeks out, depending on how tired and fatigued you are. The more fatigued you are, 3 weeks out. The less fatigued you are, the quicker you can recover, maybe 2 weeks out, okay? Or maybe even do a midweek long run that's in between those two time scales. But certainly no closer to the marathon than 2 weeks. Definitely not worth it. It's not going to benefit you, and it's probably just going to leave you tired for race day.